Hi, I'm Glenn,
And I'm Mark.
and welcome to another episode of Masonic Unity, The Right Stuff. So we are here on a very special interview with our brother, Right Worshipful Richard DeKarski. We also call him the Maestro. So thank you, Maestro, for joining us.
It's an honor to meet you gentlemen all the time that we're together, and very excited that you're here today in my little tugboat here.
Okay. So the Maestro has been a feature of New Jersey Freemasonry on the Masonic side for decades. He provides the keyboard work for our Grand Lodge, for our receptions.
Scottish Rite.
Scottish Rite. He and the other grand organists and grand musicians provide a much needed perspective and a lightness to our work, which is really necessary. We need to have it fun as well.
And it's funny because I never thought about being a Mason, and Dennis Smith, who was a treasurer at the old Trinity Lodge, Trinity Justice Lodge, but he said to me, "Well, why don't you come in and play the organ for one of our lodge meetings?" He said, "I just come once a month." So I went in there and I played, and I became a secretary, and a month later Jerry Sharp brought me in, and and I haven't escaped since then.
They real deal. Here you are. It's that age-old adage that it's only once a month.
Yeah, only once a month.
And that just expands. But I've performed with you and I've worked with you for many years, and it's been a real pleasure. And so we jumped at the chance to be able to do an interview with you, and just to hear you play in person. You're a very special situation because you play classically. You're a classically trained keyboardist, and you play on the large instruments, the grands, and,
right,
and yet you do a lot of technology work as well. So you merge the two together. So backing up a little bit, tell us about your experience with getting involved in Masonry and in music, and how you combine the two together.
Well, when I was a secretary at the lodge, I felt that I wanted to give more musically. I want people to see my talent and what I could do, and just the Masonic thing really opened up my mind to a lot of things.
Yep.
To how I think. Mozart was a Mason, and Gershwin was a Mason, and Duke Ellington was a Mason, and I just think there's a lot of great artists that studied Masonry, and I think music is, because it's one of the sciences. I just thought it just came out of me. I just love playing.
Yeah.
So what was your introduction to Masonry? How'd you hear about it? Were there certain people who just inspired you, or just came a knocking on the door?
He says, "Come on in," and I didn't know anything about Masonry. I knew nothing. 16 years ago, I knew nothing, and I don't know. I liked it. It's just something heavy when I went inside that lodge.
Yeah.
That might, made me want to come back. And that's exactly what I to this day. And I'm very proud to be a Mason, and I'm very proud to be in the Grand Lodge and Scottish Rite.
Well, and what a gift did you give back through your music. It definitely, as we can talk about the different rituals and that experience, music just takes it to a whole other level.
And and plus I play organ, so that's like another side of me. So the organ is like one aspect, and then the piano, and then in the middle is my synthesizers and my keyboard.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
So I'm very eclectic. I play everything because that's what I did when I was a kid. My father would bring me to the music store in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and it was called Hume's Music, and my father would just spend, in those days it was 50 cents for sheet music. And he said, "Yeah, learn this." He was a piper. Yeah, got people. Yeah, go ahead and learn. And I would learn. And I learned hundreds and hundreds of songs.
Did your dad have musical ability, or?
No, he just loved music. Yeah,
wow.
He was a pipe fitter, but he always supported me. And my mom took me for my lessons up in North Jersey. Jerry Mendelson, who was also a Mason. I was just very dedicated. I was practicing 3-4 hours a day, and on the weekends I played the Rahway Theater in Rahway.
Okay.
And then I did the church, St. Mary's Church. I was the organist there at 12 years old.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So I guess I started when I was a little kid. I think that
Wow.
stayed with me. So it's like 61 years.
That's great. And what do you do now with music?
Well, I teach, besides performing for the Masons, and I do a lot of writing. I write a lot of music. I do a lot of orchestrations. You know, constantly playing.
And how many students do you have right now?
Close to 90.
That's amazing.
Close
I can't even imagine.
Close
that.
to 90. I'm a bit of a workaholic, yeah. But it keeps me out of trouble. You know?
Yeah.
But no, I have a lot of talented kids.
Yeah.
And you know, in South Jersey down here, it's not as cultured as North Jersey.
So you're in where's your studio? Just so that our
It's in Northfield, New Jersey.
okay.
Northfield, 1116 Tilton Road, Northfield, New Jersey.
Okay, so you're near Atlantic City time area.
I'm about 10 minutes, 15 minutes out of Atlantic City.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, and I played the casinos for years, and that was a dead end street for me.
Yeah.
I didn't feel fulfilled
Mm-hmm.
like I do with masonry.
Right.
That's amazing.
And especially Scottish Rite. I'm really,
Yeah.
I love playing for the Scottish Rite too. So,
Excellent.
but
Excellent.
yeah. So, and I love sports. Unfortunately, I'm not an Eagles fan. But I'm sorry. I'm from North
And
Jersey.
still in South Jersey. Right? Yeah.
I'm in
okay.
enemy territory here.
That's
but,
okay. That's okay.
But no, I love sports, and you know, and my wife Lorene, you know, we do a lot of things together. She's stuck with me for 41 years,
That's
and
Wow.
yeah, and you know, she deserves a Cox medal. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go.
I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah.
Yes. So
Anyway.
so in your work, what's your favorite style of music?
I mean, I do ragtime. I do progressive jazz. I do pop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I could go, you know. I mean, you know, I
Brubeck, right?
You go into Mozart, you know, and I mean, you know. You know, I could go into, you know, rock, you know what I mean. You know,
Piano man, right?
you know,
So
show music, you name it.
Does different moods affect what you're in the mood for? Like, today's a good ragtime day. Or classic.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
I
truly
mean,
amazing.
And I love Henry Mancini. You know, like, you know. You know.
I recall during the COVID time, you put out on Facebook or YouTube
Right.
a new piece every day.
Every day.
That was great.
I
I
think-
mean, inspirational
Yeah.
for people. Just check in and see what's going on.
I did a piece a day.
Because you were providing a service, you were providing
Right.
help to people that need it. Because how many people were depressed in this time?
Right.
And that helped them to get through the depression of that time. I know I listen to it every day.
Yeah,
and I
me
think
too.
it was pretty amazing.
And yeah, I mean, there was so many songs in my head, and
And I like the
Yeah.
fact that you never knew what was
yeah,
coming.
yeah.
So it could be one style, or a couple days later it was something else,
I did
or a new
Victory.
arrangement.
I did Victory at Sea for the Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
I did show music, you name it.
That's
You name
great.
it. And the rock stuff, and you know. But you're right. I didn't know what I was going to play until I sat down.
Oh,
It's the
really?
same thing
Okay.
when I play at the Singing Presbyterian Church, and I got to do my mood music. I don't know what I'm going to do until there's some kind of deity up there
Yeah.
that hits me in the head and goes, "Do it."
That's great.
You know what I mean? So
That's pretty great.
But yeah, so I do a lot of writing, and you know, I like to compile a bunch of music for the Grand Lodge eventually.
Mm-hmm. That'd be great.
And you know,
Well, you've done some recording,
Right.
with the Grand Soloists, and is there any piece that you've done Masonically that is your favorite?
well, this one that I wrote, it's called Masonic Life,
So this is the premiere of Masonic Life.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, let's hear the premiere
Here we
of
go.
Masonic Life. And you heard it here first.
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff.
That's
I
great.
write a lot of stuff, yes.
So impressive.
But, anyway, some of the other Masonic stuff that this really talented gentleman, John Forberger, who I never really got to meet. I know he performed.
He was a grand organist when I was a grand soloist.
And,
he wrote this
yeah.
piece many years ago. It's called Masonic. Masonic Recessional.
Yeah, yes.
And when he first wrote it, it was for a solo, but over time, and I was grand soloist when he wrote this, we got a quartet of singers to sing along with it, and so it's great.
Yeah.
And that's the nice thing about being a grand musician is you can take your own work, you can take work that's come before you, and you can try new things. And that's what Masonry is all about, is trying new things.
And like Gershwin, he did his 3 preludes, and the Mason part of him. This is the prelude number 2. Famous doing cross-hand stuff like that.
Yeah.
But but Gershwin definitely influenced me.
Yeah.
Gershwin, yeah. And his styles, that stride, that Tin Pan Alley style.
Yeah.
And that was his bread and butter because when he was growing up, Tin Pan Alley was it was actually a building where all these great piano players were writing music. So it was like the top 40 music of that time.
That's great.
And that's how Gershwin, was able to, make money. But he had that classical side.
Yeah.
He had the classical.
You need that foundation.
Yeah.
So it's just like Masonry. You need the foundation of the craft, and you can build on it. The foundation is classical music, and you build on that.
It's like when I was a kid, I would do my classical, and then when my father wasn't listening, I'd be playing like Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I'd be playing like, you know, Lucky Man or something like that.
Yeah.
Stop playing that garbage and get back to classical music. Anyway,
Now, one of the most famous Masonic musicians is Mozart.
yes.
And Mozart wrote a lot of Masonic music.
Well, the Symphony number 40
Mm-hmm.
is actually very Masonically, you know, this one here. Beautiful stuff.
Very cool.
Wow.
And then the Elberry Madigan. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, Magic Flute. That's another.
And he died at 35 years
Yeah.
old. It was a horrible ending
Yeah.
to a
yeah.
talented man.
Definitely. Definitely.
But yeah, I mean, go on and on. I mean, Ellington, you know. You know, he was a Mason.
Yeah.
I mean,
So Rick, as a young man, did you think you'd be doing this
yeah,
all those
Really?
years
my
later?
whole life, yeah. Because I knew I was good at it, and I didn't brag about it. I just did it.
Yeah.
I had my hard times. I mean, I was on the road with a lot of bands in the early '80s, and you know, I had some rough times, but I always forged through it.
Yeah.
And you played with some big names.
Yeah.
I played with some big names.
Who have you played with?
Well, I
Name
played for
drop.
Yeah. Of course. I gotta do that.
Smokey Robinson, Whitney Houston,
Wow.
Wayne Newton. You know, in fact, the funny thing about Wayne Newton was, I was playing at in Lake Tahoe with a trio, and the lead singer, his father was the music director of Wayne Newton, and they came from Harris to come over to see him sing, but he had laryngitis. So there's Wayne Newton sitting in front of me. I had to sing.
Oh,
and
wow.
you want to talk about? I had to sing. I'm like, ah. It's funny. That's a funny story. But
Oh, that's great.
anyway,
That's great.
And then he said, "Oh, you got a heck of a voice," and I think I sounded like a frog. You know. Anyway, that was funny stuff.
So, do you like? And we talked before about that you have the classical, you have the grand type piano performance, and you also have technology. Do you like one over the other? Kind of like asking what's your favorite child, but what's your favorite?
I like the technology. I
Okay.
like the, you know, I mean, this is always going to be my, you know, I'm going to say this is my wife and my technology is my girlfriend.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, we don't let Lorraine hear that.
No, it's always going to be, the piano is always going to be the center of
Of course.
everything.
Of course.
You know.
Well, can you play some of your pieces on our technology?
Sure.
Okay, so
Sure.
why don't we, we're going to move to our next
Okay.
location, and
Okay.
then we're going to hear some more stuff. So
Good.
we'll see you in a bit.
Okay, good.
In his technology music studio. This is quite a difference from the grand and the baby grand and the Kauai you have in the other part of your studio. But this is a very, very neat place. And so we wanted to talk a little bit about the different styles of music that could be done in this technology perspective. So we wanted to show that you can do classical music, you can do more new type of music, and you can do your basic composition. So you're going to start out with a little bit of some marches by some of the Masonic composers.
Right.
You know, so
This was written in 1909 by J.H. Easton. It's called Across the Burning Sands. So here we go. like a middle theme. And there's other
So
pieces.
this one was actually written more for the Shriners.
Shrine, yeah.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
and like I said, it has a trio kind of feel.
Okay.
Where you would have this, and then like the middle part might be. Then we'll go back into
Yeah,
the
very cool.
that kind of feel, you know. And the other one, the Master Mason's March, is kind of similar to Across the Burning Sands, and this was also written in the very early 20th century. But it has that same form.
In a parade, a Mason's parade.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Anyway, so that's that style.
While listening to it, I think about how many times that's probably been played
Yeah.
for a Master Mason degree. And most times you really only think about the ritual part
Yeah.
and all the rehearsals
Oh,
they
yes.
had to go through and memorizing everything.
Yeah.
And then you see the magic that is your talent, Rick.
Yeah.
And all the practice and
I think about all of the degrees that I've been in and all of the meetings I've been in that are so enhanced by music. And it's a shame because we don't have more music and more musicians that can add to our degrees. And I think this is a call to action to all of us to try and add more music and more of the arts to Masonry. We talk about it in our degrees. At the seven level
not
arts
one
and
of my
science.
talents. I'm more
No,
music
but-
appreciation, but
No.
I'm just watching you.
Yeah.
Your hands are all over fingers and just amazing just
Yeah.
to watch it, not
Yeah.
just to hear it,
Yeah.
but to actually watch it come to life.
Yeah.
But and like I said, I have different styles.
So
that
now,
are written.
we've talked a little bit about the marches, but you do a lot of composition on your own. So what's your process in when you do your compositions? What do you start with? I know you've got something called Big Country, I think it is.
Right.
When you're composing that, what did you do, and what gave you the impetus for it?
Do you just sit down and think, hey, today I'm going to, compose something along this lines or that lines, or
Well,
just
something hits me like
flow?
normally in the morning when I first wake up, something's in my head.
Yep.
It's weird. I can't explain it. It's like a inner ear kind of thing, and I hear it in my head. First thing I do is I do a thing called a dummy track.
Okay.
Okay.
And the dummy track is basically the piano part.
Okay.
And I spread that out over, let's say it's 130 measures. I spread that out with the dummy track first. Then I get my click going.
And what's
then
a click?
Okay, so if I, let me see if I can get to one of my, so I use Logic Pro.
Mhm.
Let me see if I can find something that is.
So a click track is just a consistent driving beat. Is that
Well,
right?
yeah, because when you're doing, let me see if I can try to find something here.
Rick's hearing music in the morning, I'm just hearing voices.
There you go. Aren't we all, sadly?
So basically what happens is that you have to play to the click, because if I'm loading instruments down, you know, like I'm going to load in the Bridge Over Troubled Water here. It'll take about a minute for it to load in. I have to play to the click, so it's almost like every musician has to keep in meter, because when I'm compounding all these different sounds, if it's not in click form, it's going to be all over the place.
Yeah.
So
because you want things to layer on top of it.
Yes.
Themselves. Yeah.
So let me just load this in now. Here it comes in. All right. So this would be. Let's see what this sounds like here. In here, you'll hear the click. So. So here's all the.
I hear the click in the background. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I don't have that click, all these instruments will not fade, you know, in with each other. Here's a snare, okay, bass drum, hi-hat, and then a dummy track piano. These are all separate tracks. So,
and so everything you did was on this keyboard?
Everything was done through the Logic system.
But you did everything. You didn't have anybody else.
No, because when I'm playing drums, if I'm doing drums, then let's do this here. Here's my drums. So my toms.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
I have to play everything, and it has to be done separately. So
yeah.
So when I'm doing this track here, and it's just if it's just the bass drum. So here's the drums here. So that's just the bass drum. So I got to do the whole track against the dummy track.
With just the bass drums.
With just the bass. So that's the dummy track. That's my reference. And then when I go back, now I'm going to put the snare in. Have a hi-hat.
The technology. I mean, this is the portion that we're talking about right now, but wow.
And I trained on this. I had an engineer come from Philadelphia. Every week we would do a 3-hour session and he showed me how to use this program.
That's pretty amazing. Well, it's your livelihood. I mean, understand.
But it's like another side of me.
Yeah. I love it.
It's another side of me.
Part of that passion. I mean,
yeah.
Rick.
And so you have one called Big Country?
Yes.
Okay. So this was something that you composed. Is it recent or is it?
Probably in the last year I've written it. But like I wanted to have something just showing landscape, like a plane flying and, God's creation. Big country, and some people think it sounds like a Chevy commercial, but anyway.
Let's hear it. This has gone through your process of composition.
Yes.
What we just went through. So, all right. This is Big Country.
that voice is actually, I have samples of voices.
Mm-hmm.
So I have thousands of voices that I can use.
Very cool.
You know,
It felt like I was in a glider or a drone that was going over the landscape out in New Mexico. Or
yeah,
very
that's
cool.
That's what I thought of them.
Very,
You know,
very cool. So where do you see the future going with music and masonry, or just the arts and things like that, in relating to masonry?
well, I just don't want to see the human factor being taken out of the music.
Agreed.
You know, I don't want to see pre-recorded songs done at Masonic rituals. I want to see the actual musician do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to have the background, but I'm always going to favor having, a band or
that
live,
makes sense. That makes sense.
You know, but I mean, this is a nice tool for me.
Yeah.
But it doesn't replace the human being factor.
No,
you know?
no, it's a tool. I mean, it's,
You know?
you're the one that's guiding it. Just
know?
like everything that we do, the ritual is a tool for us. The music is a tool for us, but it's the Mason that's really driving. It's the experiences that we have. It's the relationships that we have that really drive Freemasonry. And I think you're adding so much depth, so much color, so much interest to this that it's a wonderful thing, and we need more of it.
And that passion comes through in what you're doing.
Yeah. And you've been such a supporter of the Rite stuff. In fact, Rick has written several pieces for us, some of which you hear in the beginning of our intros and our outros. And we are very honored and gifted to have you support us. So we wanted to thank you for all that you do for us.
Behind the scenes,
yeah.
in all these organizations and all.
Yeah.
We know it's your way of giving back and your talents, your treasures, your time. But I just wanted to say thank you for that.
I'm very honored and very humbled to be a part of this.
Yes. So we want you, our listeners and our watchers, to support the arts, to support Rick in what he does, to support all of Freemasonry that we work so hard to exemplify in our own lives. So what do we say when we're...
Well, we do ask that you do subscribe down below.
Yes.
Like our videos, because there's many more coming.
Yep. And do you have a website or a YouTube channel?
It would be Maestro Piano Man.
So make sure you subscribe to Maestro Piano Man.
And that's on YouTube.
On YouTube, to see some fabulous music.
And if you have time, go back to the COVID years and watch those that were just inspirational for a lot of us who were dealing with what we were dealing with back then.
Yeah, most definitely. So as we're
Extra?
outro. As we're outroing, you wrote the piece for us. What's it called?
Let me see what I got. Long time coming.
Long time coming. Yes. So
live.
Enjoy. Long time coming live. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.